Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once more. So we'll get right back into things. Now, see, the interesting thing is, well, we have a lot to really take into consideration. I think we always need to approach the things to come, the times to come, with the idea in mind of not what the enemy has, but what the enemy could have, or not what the enemy will do, but what could he do. So I think that's the way we need to approach things. Now, we did obviously take a look over here in the South Pacific, and we are aware that obviously we did make success over here at Nauru Island. Ocean Island will fall as of next turn, ideally. Funafuti has fallen. But as of right now, the question comes to mind of how do we take advantage of this? How do we actually use this to aid us? I think what we need to do here is actually take a look at what float planes we can actually base in this area. Now, another concern of mine is, of course, that Savai is going to come under bombardment. I think that one is absolutely certain. This command is actually extremely poor. If your command is only 19 in land, then yeah, that's absolutely pitiful. He's a very poor commander. He's best qualified to command a rear area unit. Yep, he is absolutely not fit for service. Yeah, he's fit to lead something like a bombardment, non-attack. So we were lucky to actually have him take these islands. Hello there, Cola. How you doing, my friend? Let's put somebody in charge who can actually fight here. Now, due to the fact that I do imagine we will be seeing heavy combat here. Hello there, James. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing because I want somebody who can actually influence the longevity of our forces here. We need to reduce the disruption, we need to reduce fatigue. That will inevitably result from, I'd imagine, attacks. I imagine he will bombard here. Frankly, he's going to have a couple days here to potentially rock and roll, as James says there. So we need somebody who's going to be in charge who can handle something like that. Now, of course, it's a shame to give away a good commander, but I think we need somebody here. I think the force should be able to last out for these couple days, but we'll see. I think over here, so 61 leadership, 55 inspiration. He's a captain. He has 60 in land. Aggression's 59. Yeah, he's very good. He's bred for the assault. So that's what we'll go with then. So we'll have our commander here. Well, our captain, sorry. Nakaguchi. Indeed. Nakaguchi will lead the SLF on Savai. And there we go. Captain Nakaguchi. There we go, you are now the new commander of the 51st Naval Guard Unit. Okay, I mean this is a decent force. They don't have a huge amount of supplies on the island though, so we definitely need to look at how we can resupply the island. Now, a consideration of mine is potentially to do it via air power. For reduction of fatigue and disruption administration. Right, fair enough. But he's still a good commander. Let's take a look at his administration. 34. We could reassign button. Fair enough. I thought it was inspiration leadership for that one. Okay, we'll take... what was that? Lieutenant... Commander. Lieutenant Commander? I can't remember. I don't... I think this means commander. I can't remember what this one actually means. But we'll go with Takagi then. He does have 52 in administration, 60. His stats aren't that much worse at all. 48 in inspiration versus 55 here at Nakaguchi. His control of the land is the same, so we'll go with Takagi then. Good spot there, Lupus. And hello there, Anno. How you doing, my friend? Okay. Right, that should definitely aid us here. I'm going to have them... see, the question I'm thinking here is... I think we should probably have them ready for combat, because at the end of the day, if I have them potentially in rest and training, I think they might be butchered. I'm not entirely sure how it would work in that regard, but I think we need to prepare. Now, there's no fortifications on the island, so the thing is, do we actually begin to build fortifications? We do have 10% of this way in... but yeah, we have no other engineers here. So it's one of these, isn't it? I think what we need to do is actually pull back the flow patrol over here. We fly in boats and actually have them based north. Frankly, they're too valuable to be left there and subjected to bombardment. One plane will probably be lost, but there's nothing much we can do here. Now, Kidabutai cannot leave port this turn. So the earliest that we could leave port with Kidabutai is going to be next turn. The issue is we are going to be slowed. We're going to be travelling at a maximum of 28 knots to keep, obviously, the Karga in formation. Hello there, Gabriel. How you doing, my friend? Greetings from Rio de Janeiro. I imagine it's a lot warmer there than it is right, well, here right now. Okay. That's not too bad. We can make do with 28 knots. I'm not going to split off Karga. She's very valuable. Hello there, Shannon. How are you doing, my friend? Okay. Now, I don't believe we have any additional aircraft here. We do, of course, have the A5M4 and the A6M20 that will go aboard Kidabutai before it sets off, as they have a day of maintenance there. Now, I do have the Cheetos KUK-1 detachment. Yeah, I can imagine warm as hell. Ah, greetings from San Diego. Awesome. Right. I'd love to actually up these numbers here. I really wish I could. I do find it odd that there. Yeah. Wow, 42. Jeez. Yeah, I don't think we can actually enlarge this at all. That's a shame, because I would have loved to have had them here. Let's see, unit order of battle. Right. So, these G3M2s, they're part of the same unit here, then. Now, I suppose the question comes down to what would I do here, because I could have them upgrade to G3M2s, but that does obviously sacrifice that additional range. These are obviously longer range naval bombers. But, of course, if we take a look at our G4M1 pool, yeah, we are definitely lacking here. It may be worthwhile to change them to G3s, but I'm not going to do that as of now. I think it might be a waste. What we need to do here is actually look at how we can move more naval bombers into the South Pacific, or into the Pacific in general, because we definitely do need them. Okay, so I could base you over here. We do have no airfield, actually, now that I take a look at it. Never mind. There is air capacity here. We do have a naval fortress, but we have... yeah, no aviation support here. They wouldn't do very well in a situation like that. Right. You got unloading, okay, that's what we need. Hello there, Captain von Ondine. From the OC. That's cool. Okay. We need to be aware of probable American submarines or Allied submarines head into this area. So what we're going to do then is set these patrol boats here to patrol around Tarawa. Which is... I mean, they're not going to burn a lot of fuel here. They're not going too far. What I'm going to do is actually split them up, however. Or do we split them up? I suppose they could be more... well, they're more effective together, aren't they? Yes. Okay, so patrol zone will be just here in Tarawa. Well, then again, no. We'll have them from the south to the north. Something like that. So obviously they'll be passing up and down between Tarawa. At least then we'll have a little bit of potential. Though actually what I'm going to do here is split them in half and have them go the opposite way with the other two ships. So ASW combat. Right, I actually do have a couple of patrol boats, but I don't really do too much there. So Task Force 272. Which one have I actually got doing the mission here? This is 166. Okay. The number of the patrol. Okay. So, Fuku Maru Hakasian. Okay? Hakasian. Hakaisan Maru. I'm really bad at saying the names here. But maybe one day I'll get better. God forbid. I have a World War II Japanese sword on my piano that my uncle brought back from the war. He was in the Navy. See, it started off really well with saying you have a sword, and then it like progressed even further to having a piano. And, yeah, okay, sweet, cool. I don't have a sword nor a piano. It's a little bit jealous there. That's pretty cool, man. Right, so we do have additional ASW over here. Right, so this is 272. That's what I'd like to see here. Hello there, Justin. Thank you very much, Justin, as well, for posting the numbers there in regards to the raids from Malaya. So at least we actually have some accurate information, or relatively accurate information to use. That's going to be very handy. Hello from Illinois. Yeah, I've heard it is extremely cold in the north right now. I mean, that is incredible. It's definitely like something from the day after tomorrow. It's definitely something like that. Right, I'm going to transfer 272 in here. The reason for that is I don't want to have Nagato and Mutsu just left alone. I do want to make sure they actually do have something in the way of ASW protecting them. But then again, I could have them just assigned to patrol. We could do that. Greetings from Stockholm. Yeah, that's cool though. Never been to Sweden. I'd like to go one day. I do have a rocket launcher at home from the Yugoslav wars, but don't tell anyone. It's too late. Can you hear the sirens, Lupus? Jesus, there's ice on the inside of your house. Bloody hell. Are we going to have to call you like Jack Frost or something? Okay, so what we're going to do here then is we'll set them up to actually guard. So, Task Force routing Nagato and Mutsu is Task Force 6. So we'll set them up to actually follow Task Force 6 then. There we go. Right, so they'll actually follow them and obviously look after them. So they are set to ASW patrol here, so we do actually have 8 patrol boats, which is good. Right, the aircraft tender Kyokawa will arrive next turn. Now she does actually have some aircraft over here, which is actually very, very good. Okay. Now that's interesting. Now at Funafuti, we lack airfields. I could have a aircraft tender moved up over here, but it would be rather dangerous. I think what we could do here is just risk a couple Jakes rather than flying boats. It's only 64mm high explosive anti-tank. Not so dangerous for a tank, but APCs or IFVs, yeah. Or just people in general, or homes. Just in general dangerous. That's cool. Okay, you'll return to refuel. Yeah, you'd be somewhat shocked to find out there's not exactly huge amounts of fuel here. Though it is building, so that's good news. Okay, so the question now comes to what do we do here with Takahashi's Gambit? So we do have the heavy cruisers Furutaka and Kako. We do have 6 destroyers here of different models, some of them more modern than others, but still dangerous. If we take a look at their capabilities here, so gun 1277, AA, torpedo 61. If we compare that, for example, to Nagato and Mutsu, yeah, their guns are just insane. I mean, this is the actual firepower of battleships. It's incredible. I mean, that's almost 10,000. So each ship is like just, I suppose you could say they're roughly like 5,000 gun value each. Massively powerful. Big old guns. Big old bad boys. So eventually we'll be able to upgrade them to actually have radar in 43 should they survive. Yeah, just take a look at this upgrade in 44. So additional radar, and they do receive quite a overhaul in terms of air. Well, anti-air. Far too late though, isn't it really? And it's not even that strong of the AA. Right. So what we're doing here then is we are unloading the landing forces over here. The reason for that is I'm going to tell them to actually just have a little bit of rest and training. We need to actually load them up in combat mode. That's extremely important. Now, the concern of mine is in regards to Fiji. So it looks as though he's reinforcing Fiji over here. So Nadi and Suva seem to be receiving some kind of replacements. Or, well, I suppose reinforcement. Yeah, big guns with big ammo racks. So the interesting thing here is we do have a port and an airfield. So Nadi is the ideal place to land. You wouldn't believe how many households in ex-Yugoslavia have like assault rifles, grenades, infantry mortars, rocket launchers. When soldiers were demobilized in 1995, most of them didn't return all the weapons they used in war. They had brought them back home. Yeah, typical, isn't it? I mean, that's happened throughout the centuries. Oh dear. See, the question I'm thinking about here is in our approach to taking Fiji. Now, I'd imagine he will see Suva and Nadi under immediate threat. Though I've been thinking about this one, and I'm thinking here, let's take a look at his other assets in the area. So he has Pago, which I find very interesting. What I'm kind of thinking here is perhaps we take advantage of the fact that, I mean, this is going to be a little bit of reverse psychology. But what I'm thinking here is at the moment, so Suva and Nadi are being reinforced, aren't they? But what do we need in the area? We need a base. We need a center of operations, somewhere to base aircraft, somewhere to actually base forces. Now, what I'm thinking here is part of the Fiji landings and part of the Fiji campaign. Perhaps rather than striking at Fiji directly, immediately, perhaps we strike at Pago. I mean, if we take a look at this island. So, we have a size 2 port here, we have a level 1 airfield. It's actually still worth 100 victory points, still a viable island. It's within, let's see, 17 hectares of Suva. So it's still close by. Hello there, Goss, how you doing, my friend? But yeah, I'm thinking perhaps we strike at Pago first, or potentially have a detachment to land at Pago first. The reason for that is we'd then have a airbase over here. So potentially, if we are able to, I'd like to actually build up an airbase at Tarawa. But this is why I want Baker Island for that airfield. See, all I'd have to do then is move an AV over here, and we'd actually be able to rebase our aircraft, our non-float aircraft, to Baker, and then they could potentially be rebased to either Savai or to Pago. I mean, Savai functions, and ideally we do hold on to it, but I imagine it probably may fall, or at least it may be heavily damaged. What I'm thinking here is if we deprive him of another important base in this immediate area, that could be quite the blow to him. As you see, none of these other islands, well, I mean, over here has an airfield. But I think it really develops, well, I think it really depends on the situation as it develops over here. But I think I would like to take Pago as well to actually deprive him of that base, because I know this is probably going to be his center now. But I'm just thinking he's reinforcing here, so potentially take advantage of that and take a weakened Pago. Is Kiributai already engaged? No, they've not yet left the Marsh Islands. They're still over here at KYJ. They are pretty much fully fueled, more or less fully fueled. They still have some damage over here, which isn't great. We do have the Toa Maru. She's heading to track to actually pick up additional fuel. I mean, she'll be able to bring about almost, well, close to 12,000 litres. 12,000 units of fuel. Now, the Genyo Maru, she can carry a lot as well. I think what we're going to do here then is actually... So, Genyo Maru will take you. We also do have Ondo. Now, Ondo has no fuel. So, well, actually, we need to leave Ondo here, considering she's a oiler. We have fuel being unloaded here as we speak, I do believe. Or we have fuel that should arrive. Alright, 2 tanks. Right. Supply will arrive. But fuel will have to come from elsewhere then, it seems. Okay. So we are going to have to move then. We do have a tanker over here. Well, we have an oiler here, Vito Homeroom. We are really scrounging here in terms of fuel. I regret having Kiributai actually drink the fuel here. But I'd rather have them able to move. Sooner we move out with Kiributai, the sooner we'll be able to obviously get the fuel back up. We will have oilers and tankers dispatched from Japan. It's going to take them a couple days to arrive, but they need to move ASAP. Right. You need to load fuel. See, we do have the replenishment over here. I regret sending them back, you know. I really do regret that. The thing is, they would... we do have the fuel over here, but the thing is, I don't want to take too much in the way of fuel. 5 or 6 years ago, we were shooting the M79. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, that is a big boy. That is a big old boy. Jeez. Okay. So what I'm going to do here then is, let's see. So we do have an auxiliary over here, which is quite important too. The Oracle. That Oracle. Okay. Right, I wish you to load supplies. What we're going to do then is, let's see. I'm going to transfer out the slower vessels, the slower oilers. So that would be 4 oilers, but that's a lot of oil. It's a lot of fuel, isn't it? I'll take about 30,000. We can afford it here, 512,000. It would take us down to just somewhere in the region of 400,000 units of fuel. I am very reluctant when it comes to fuel, because fuel is what will keep our heavy industry going. But we do have the ability to actually afford that for the time being. Now, we'll have you run as a replenishment. We have our... So, this is an auxiliary, but this one would be able to help with rearming, I do believe. It's like an ammunition sort of carrier, I suppose you could say. But you move at 17 knots. Excuse me, sorry. So I think what we do then is we have them actually follow behind. We also do have troop transports. What do we have here in Tokyo that could be taken? I do have some artillery, which is interesting. I do also have the 4th Infantry Battalion. Reconnaissance and engineers are fantastic. This is exactly what we need. Okay. Take the 4th. Right, rebuild unit. So we now have the 4th Infantry Regiment. So 2nd Division. Yeah, some elements are on Midway. Some elements are in the Philippines, some elements are in Tokyo. Some elements are loaded on ships. The 2nd Division is quite spread out. But this would net us... How much assault value is this? So that's 126 assault value. That's good. That's what we need. A fairly competent commander as well. 45, 42. He's not very aggressive, but his command is very good. Fantastic. Right, we are going to take these. I believe we'll take the 2nd Reconnaissance Armoured Unit as well. The reasoning for this is it's not exactly great. So we only have some tankettes over here, HMGs, cavalry, motorized support, motorized squads. AGs can rearm gun, ammunition 5-inch and smaller, depth chargers. Okay, so a very handy ship to actually have out that way. That would be really quite handy. Right. I know, right? And I have to have a license for my airsoft rifle. Okay. What else do we have here in Tokyo? I'd love to actually take additional AA out into the Pacific. I think that could make a pretty nice, well, difference. Yeah, it looks like they're missing. I was just thinking that actually with the constants, considering the fact that it's 0 here. So... they may have only just arrived, or not too long ago. Yeah, so they need to actually rest and train. To be fair, while everybody is here, what we need to do then is actually have them on rest and training. Set all to this operation mode. Then they can obviously receive upgrades then. I do have some artillery, which is going to be handy. Hirosaki. Right, so we just have the 67th Infantry Group here. So that's a more powerful formation too. Yeah, that's a lot more power. We do have the Guards Mixed Brigade here as well. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to look at how we are going to reinforce the Pacific. How are we going to actually hold the Pacific? It's alright taking these islands. We need, well, this is it, we need to take these islands. Okay. So I'm thinking about maybe taking one of these infantry groups. Let's see how much it would be to actually reassign them. 503 political points. That's a lot of political points there. We'll take a look at what we have that's non-restricted. Can you give a quick synopsis of what's happened and the plan for this term, please? Yep, sure. Okay, so we have seen... Savai did fall as of last turn, so we've held Savai for about a day now in the Samoa Islands. Canton Island has been invaded by the Americans and retaken. They've landed the 111th base force, however, so that unit is essentially toothless. The only reason he was able to take the island was due to the fact that there were no defenders. During the same time, we have taken control of Funafuti, Nauru Island, and Ocean Island will fall as of the next turn. We do see an American task force over here with between 3 to 4 heavy cruisers, I'm probably going to say 2 destroyers, heading northwest at the moment. We do have, over here at KYJ, we do have the combined forces of Kiributai, so we have our 6 fleet carriers, Kagahiru, Soru, Shokaku, Zuikaku, and Akagi. And the battleships Hiei, Kirishima. Does taking heavy land losses and therefore need many replacements affect when and if new land units spawn? We gain new units at set dates, but you obviously will have to have replacements head out from the actual pool. So for example, armament points, vehicle points, that sort of stuff have to be then sent to those units. Obviously the unit will have to be built up. Now that the points are sent to them, it's kind of like they'll receive replacements. So if I take a look over here then, so ground reinforcement, sorry, group reinforcement, sorry, where is it? There we go, ground reinforcement schedule. So in 4 days, at Saipan we'll have the 84th Naval Guard. Harbin will have the 28th Mountain Guns. I assume Mountain Gun. Yeah, Mountain Gun. The bad thing is somewhere under my grandparents' house is buried a German Kar-98K from World War II. But can you imagine if you found that thing in, like, decent condition? That'd be amazing. Still awesome to hold on to. At KYJ, in 8 days, we'll have a base force, which is going to be bloody amazing. Yes, we do gain reinforcements out of these different islands as well, which is really what I like. I don't know if we gain them at New Islands. Yeah, see, at Singapore, we'd gain the Singapore detachment 55 days. We need to capture Singapore before that point. I think they might arrive then after, but I'm not sure. We do gain the Wake Coastal Gun Battalion, well, Coastal Gun Battalion over here in 42. Many forces obviously arriving in Tokyo, Singapore there, Mukden, Tokyo. Yeah, many forces to come. Manila here. But I'm happy to have forces out there in the Pacific. The Naval Guard element over here isn't going to be too strong to begin with. But the thing is, it's going to be very handy just to have something in the way of a garrison out there. Having the Maizuru 2nd SLF unit will be great too. Be happy about that. So we need to reinforce the Pacific. And the thing I'm happiest about is the actual... I mean, over here we actually do have some additional base forces that are going to arrive, which are definitely going to help out the Marshall Islands considerably so. So if we take a look down here at the Marshall Islands, and let's see. So we'll have one arrive at KYJ, one arrive over here. I think one here, one here. Okay, yep, so we'll actually gain about 3 or 4 base forces in the area. So if we take a look at their potential... Not massive ones, but notice the fact that they at least have some AA, some elements of SLF as well, so they are able to actually do something. But importantly, aviation support, and naval support. Engineers as well, so it's a good thing. Very handy to have there. Right. Okay. Now, I think we gained something in the region of, I don't know, what is it, like 60 political points per turn? So... It's not really too expensive to have one of these units sent out that way. 61st Division. 444 days. What do you guys think then? Do we spend political points to have one of these actual brigades, well, one of these actual infantry groups sent out into the Pacific? I could even send out the Guards Mixed Brigade. Right, 1st Guards Division. AA, can you speed up deployment of radar and ships, or are you doomed as Japan in real war? We can do certain things to actually speed up the introduction of radar. For example, we do have a Minakaze class of destroyer. So if we go over here to Osaka, Kyoto, take a look at the actual port over here then. So if I go ahead, take a look at the ships anchored here, take a look at the ships under repair. Now, there's it, APD. We do have the Akakaze, which is a Minakaze class destroyer that has been converted to a destroyer transport. Now, the Minakaze class of destroyer transport can actually be upgraded in 1942 to actually benefit from the Type 13 radar. Now, the Minakaze class of APD is the only ship other than the, the Zuikaku class? I think, is it the Shokaku class or the Zuikaku class? I think it's the Zuikaku class. I forget the bloody name now of the class. But yeah, these are the only other ships that receive radar as early. Hello there, Judy. How you doing, my friend? How did the opening combat results go? Well, we did manage to actually clutch a victory over here at Nauru Island. Turns out the island was actually held. But the 61st Naval Guard over here actually did manage to take the island. The force there did surrender. We also did destroy Catalina. Ocean will fall next turn. Funafuti has fallen. Canton has fallen, but we'll take that back. I think what we'll probably do then is when we do start moving to the south, I think what I could potentially do here is, well, I can't really leave Canton operational, can I? So I think we might have to take Canton back really quite soon. But I won't do anything until we have Kidobutai. But again, we'll take a look at what we're doing here. So what do you guys think then? Do we assign another infantry group? that would be 260 odd assault value, which is a lot of assault value out in the Pacific. That's a hell of a lot. How goes the push in Hamilton on Singapore? Well, I think what we're going to do over here, in the last stream I did talk about actually hitting Singapore, but I mean, after thinking about it, the fact is there's still 96 fighters there. We know what they are, but they're still dangerous. So I think what we are going to have to do here then is, well, what I'll do is actually focus on Johor Bahru, and possibly... He flew from one of these other bases. I feel like it could either be Kuala Lumpur, or it could be Malacca. But he's flying from these other bases. I think it was Kuala Lumpur. I can't remember which one it was now. But we'll hit these other bases. Damage the airfields again. Now, he does have 22 bombers here to auxiliary. What I want to do is, of course, draw him out. I want to draw out his actual fighters. If he chooses to actually hit Mersing again, what I'm actually going to do is have some units assigned over here to Mersing to run combat patrol. I don't know if he'd do it again because I think it'd be kind of crazy to do it. He must imagine that I will respond this turn. But still, it would possibly be quite handy just to have some combat patrol over there just to help out. Yeah. Yeah, well this is it. I'm just worried about having this naval base sticking out like a sore thumb. Yeah. I mean, Survivor's going to take a hammering in the next coming days. The cruiser mine layers were destroyed over here as of last turn, and one of our transports were destroyed as of last turn. We do have the Kamikaze Maru. She's still actually alive. Low endurance, but she's still actually here, which is interesting. I think depending on the situation, we'll either set out from the Marshall Islands next time we get Wutai, or the turn after. I think we need to get things moving. I was forced to nuke Singapore when I played Comet China in Hearthstone 4. West was harshly pushing against Russia and I didn't want Russia to fall again. I like it. Okay, so the 61st Naval Guard is being loaded right back up. Yeah, so you're being, sorry. You're being loaded up again, so do not move. No need to be on full speed anymore. Right, troop loading is pending. We did have reports of sightings around here. I don't know how accurate that is. It's a level 2 port actually, so that's quite nice. I think what we're going to do here then is, first of all, I'm going to have the flying boats actually sent to Tarawa. So you fly to Tarawa. One of them obviously will be left behind. I'm going to be forced to have some rest here. The squadron's really heavily fatigued. There's a lot of fatigue. Yeah, those parts are really, really hurting. How are the aircraft doing? That's a lot of fatigue. Right, what we're going to do here then is have 30% search, then 70% rest. Because, well, I'm playing with fire here. I could give another reserve here. It's good to see that we have the ability to do this. Right, unit order of battle. H81K. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, hello, hello. So we actually have some more advanced aircraft here. I don't think I'm even producing these, but look at that range, 30. Holy moly. These are really good. Yeah. That's awesome. Look at that gun value. Service rating, but this is armored. And it's a tough old bird. Yeah, I'd love to have these bad boys. Yeah, these aren't available until 1942. So these are rare. These are very rare right now. It's really on training. The thing is I can't use it out in the Pacific, because if I lose it, then yeah, I've lost it. Might as well hold on to them. But that range there, 30 hexes, is really, really impressive. The armament as well, the defensive armament, is really good. Okay, I think what we need to do here then, so Tarawa is very important right now. Okay, what I'm going to do here, these planes are fatigued, but what we're going to do is actually base some of these Jakes down here to Funafuti. I'm going to run naval search at 70-30, so I'll have one of them rest here. Yeah, so we're now over here. We are unloading our supply. I don't have a huge amount. Really, what I'm going to do is actually not send too much out there, because at the end of the day, if I throw away supply, I'm not going to have a lot of it, am I? So we'll resupply them as and when we can. Good news is we do have a port here. Of course, we do like aviation support. Right, you do have a size 1 port, however. Cannot dock. 6,000 tons. What's your tonnage? 1,900, okay. What we're going to do here then is have the Kashima, Kayan Maru, and Santos Maru head back to Tarawa. I can't allow them to be destroyed. I need them. Especially Kashima. Kashima is actually going to be very handy. I'm going to use these older light cruisers as basically armored transports. So you need to head back now. Right, home port, Funafuti. There we go. Unload. So we'll have our search planes out here, which is going to give us some additional intelligence. I know it's going to be... Thing is, I don't want to push too much fatigue on them, considering there's no aviation support there. It's rough. Okay. Kirigusa. There's a good amount of endurance. I need an airfield. I absolutely need an airfield here. We are building one, but we need engineers. Now, I do have 4 engineers here at the moment. I think what we're going to do here then is actually fly supply from these islands, like potentially Roinma, which has a lot of supply actually. 12,000 tons, holy shit. Okay, yeah, that's fine by me. Okay, so what needs to actually fly that supply? What is your range here? 25 hexes. 14 hexes. 28. If only. Okay. We're going to supply Tarawa via air for the most part. It's not going to be a huge amount of resources coming in, supply coming in, sorry, but it's gonna be something. Okay, you can't currently upgrade as of this moment, but I will have you upgrade as of next turn. Yeah, I'll hold on to them and KYJ because I can have them upgrade then to the Js. Obviously, the difference in range is just absolutely worthwhile. I mean, we're going from float planes that have like 4, and then the other float planes that have 6 to 10 hexes of range, and that is a really big deal. That's a big old deal. Okay. C. What I'm thinking here as well is we might have the potential to challenge the Allied task force over here. Though, what I may do, an actual possibility that we might have in this theatre, when it comes to Canton, is potentially we do have the heavy cruisers over here sally out to potentially defeat a landing force over here, but we'll see what that's like. How much supply can a aircraft carry per turn? It depends on their load capacity. Let's see. Now, it's 3,600. I don't know if that means they'll be able to carry 3,600 tons of supply. I doubt it. I'm not entirely sure how much they carry. It'd probably be something... I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I doubt it would be a lot. Probably a decent amount, but not huge amounts. And see if I can find it in the manual. And if somebody knows, then that'd be great. Right. Okay, troop and supply transport 170. Just proceed to one. Okay. Supply can be moved between friendly bases up to 50% of the maximum range of the carrying aircraft. Okay. Doesn't really give me like a number. But whatevs. That'd be fine then. Okay. So we do have supply. It's just the issue of fuel here. Right, how much do we have? 658. We're going to have a infantry group committed. Or do I? We do have the aviation. How much would this cost me? 61 points. Though, there is one thing that we need to do first. So we do currently have over here a Squadron G3 M2 Nels. We also do have a Squadron KI-21 2A Sally's the 14th Sentai. I'm going to have the 14th and the 1st KUK-1 moved. Now, let's see. Has your experience improved here? ASW is improving actually, that's good to see. The pilot's actually pretty good. A lot of missions flown. Okay. Transfer. That is some range there, Jesus. Well, what I'm gonna... I don't know, let's think. Do we have them assigned to... Actually, no, I do need them at truck. That'd actually be really good. We'll have them assigned to truck then. That's a long way to go, actually. I think we had 37, so we might have lost one in flight. Right, 3 will be out for a little while. We have received some damage to the actual airframes, and that is a bit of fatigue. But that has seen us redeploy force now. So truck now has 33 G3M2s. I honestly cannot tell you guys how much of a difference that is actually going to make. Because this now actually does help to ensure the security of truck itself. Okay. I can't actually assign you additional aircraft. Yeah, this squadron's really split up here. Wow, I have some all the way out here. What I'm thinking is we actually sign our flying boats to the Pacific. Any air headquarters. We do have the 4th Fleet, which is a naval command. Southeast Area Fleet Command. But no air command as far as I can see. I do need another air headquarters. Where could I find another one? That's what I need. There's a lot of force over here at Wake. I'm going to have them plan for Canton. They could actually really do well at Canton. Another poor commander here. Yeah, they can't use the torpedoes while the air headquarters. We'll find one to replace it. Well, to be sent there, I suppose. Right, Nagashima. Or Nakaguchi. We'll go with Nakaguchi. There we go, Captain Nakaguchi. Did we lose any planes at Canton? We lost one. It said one destroyed, so I think maybe one of them had escaped. You have enough air headquarters at Formosa. Maybe take one from there. Yeah, we could do. We'll take a look at actual locations then. So, don't really need to see naval, do I? Right, air headquarters. I do have one over here at Babel Duam. We do have one in Tokyo, but that is the Eastern Army. No, I think it's the Navy I need to look at. Yeah. So that's naval, these are air. Okay. I do have one at Yokohama / Yokosuka. Cow. Right. Wait, I could take the 12th Air Flotilla. Combined fleet. We do have one at Ominato. I'm thinking we take 12th Air Flotilla. Yes. See, I'd like to take one from Takao, I suppose. The reason I'm not going to do that is we have one at Japan where the risk of submarine attack is actually lesser at the moment. That, and I'd like to have the ability to potentially have... Oh, it's restricted, is it? Bloody hell it is. God damn it. No, the ones in Japan are restricted. Ugh. Fine. That's no fun. I was like, hoping to actually hang on to the ability for torpedoes here, but okay. Well, actually, then again, I do have another one here. That's fine. Okay, we'll take either 21st or 23rd. Actually, we do have a few, don't we? Okay, that's cool. Never mind, never mind. I suppose we'll take 23rd. Yeah, I wasn't looking, I honestly didn't see it. Right, you have supply on board. I need that in summer. There's not a huge amount of fuel here. I do need to run convoys down this way. Okay, form new task force. Yeah, I think in certain places I might have been able to actually convert some of the cargo space to troop. Or maybe it's only certain models. Okay. Does THG know about Kidabutai? I mean, this is a question. I actually do not know about that one. I don't know if he has really an exact idea. He'll know they're around somewhere. They obviously left midway, so I'd imagine he'll theorize they're somewhere in the area, a couple days out, but I don't know if he knows exactly where they are. So I don't think he'd be moving his forces north if he knew Kidabutai was in KYJ. So I don't know, maybe he thinks that... I suppose it's hard. I suppose the thing is, it's like hard to predict what he thinks here. We can tell that he's definitely moving troops to reinforce Fiji. So he feels threatened there. Which reveals a lot of information about his psyche at the moment. So he feels threatened at Fiji. I suppose those who are watching him and advising him, like, well, and of course himself, are thinking, right, okay, there's a lot of activity in the area, Savai's fallen, there's a lot of islands fallen in the area, Fiji's under threat, we need to actually reinforce it. But will he think that I'd commit carriers? I suppose he has to believe it because he will fear it. And yeah, we are going to commit carriers, because fucking now it's going to be glorious. But as to whether he knows where they are, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think he does. Okay, how much troop capacity do I actually need here? Let's find out. I'd like to have something in the way of speed. We'd obviously have to reassign the forces assigned to them. I'll take the 21st actually, considering it's targeted at Manila. These forces, well, this headquarters targeted at Clark. I don't think it makes a huge difference, but I'd rather have that. Yeah, we'll take them. Okay, it's not a huge amount actually. I'm going to turn on lone troops only. I'll add another one just in case. I do like to have some... What's up there, Danny? No, I'm not playing the, this is not the same stream. God damn, if I was playing that since, yesterday, I'd have been dead by now. Yeah, I love us some more Pacific. We're playing here the turn against the historical gamer. We're in turn 17, well, part 17. Part 17, well, turn 17, part 2. Okay, so 14 knots is not bad. Let's see if we can actually sign here to act as a escort. So 2 destroyers. I could take a cruiser minelayer out of there. The Hatsuka. Well, Hatsutaka. You only have AA. Decent bit of AA, actually. You're not actually armed with guns. Hmm. 40mm AA. That's actually pretty effective AA. Okay, we'll take the Atoka. Otaka. Yes, we'll take you. Okay. To be fair, though, I am going to actually assign some additional ships here due to the fact that this is actually quite a valuable bloody force, isn't it? I'll take these 2 patrol boats. Can I take any more? Oh, no room for the dock, okay. Okay. There we go. They'll make slow progress. Right, the 14th Sentai. They cannot fly this turn in China. It's too dangerous for them. So we'll move them elsewhere. We did get very lucky. They'd also do well over here in Malaya. Definitely need more supply here at Low Star. Thing is, though, I have some real... I mean, that's a lot of engineers. If I can have them reach a low star, I will. Let's take a look at that capacity. 4 of 8, yeah, definitely here. I don't know if they'll be able to reach a low star. They could reach Sok. Yeah, they could reach Indochina, but not when I need them. I'll have you sent... Let's see. Where's Kompong? Ah, right over here. Okay. Would actually be worth expanding the airfield here as well. Right, we'll have them move over there, and then they can actually move into a low star. There we go. So that leaves us now with 3 squadrons of K-21 2As. Fair amount of them, actually. Well, the Kanoya detachment. Yeah, but lacking G4s. I'm going to patrol this area here, I think. Well, fuck. That looks pretty good. But what I'll do is actually narrow this down. Something like that. Though, another 10 degrees would be nice. Basically to make sure we capture anything that comes out of this way. Using torpedoes, okay. Could I get away with 20% surge? No. We'll go for 30. I'm going to tell all the headquarters to actually start to plan. I don't think it'll make a massive difference, but I'll have them do it anyway. Just in case it does help. I'd say our best bomber at the moment is probably the K-21 2A. Okay, plan for Singapore. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that Prince of Wales or Repulse or both have left. So really what we're doing here is looking at the fact that, well, she might move through the Straits of Malacca or she might move through here towards Java. I mean, my personal bet's probably Java. But we'll see. Alright, we'll have to refuel here. Because there's a lot of fuel being used right now. So we need to have some tankers actually sent to Indochina. ASAP, really. It's a shame because I really don't want to use so much fuel. We need fuel. We're doing 28,000 units of fuel here, so we'll use some of this here. I'll use these shorter ranged tankers. Well, these slow tankers. 4 smaller ones and a large one there. The reason being I don't want to take a huge amount of fuel out of here. But I also don't want to send anything too valuable. Okay, so we'll hit Miri this turn and Brunei. Right, 100% combat air patrol. Well. Okay. Right, have them sent to Nagasaki. Need you to join the transports when they arrive. Right, so for the first time we actually sight enemy submarines off the coast. That's no fun. We'll need to refuel you. Yeah. What I'm doing here at the moment is I'm going to split up the forces over here. Have destroyers actually sent to the Pacific. Well, at least some of them. I'll need some of Tokyo to actually form escorts. The thing is, he's not going to really have information here. So that's at least something in our favour. Okay, what we're going to do is actually use them. Right. We'll use you. HW... it's not great, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, yep, I'm listening. That's true. Yeah, we'll have some that are being converted as we speak, actually. I think something in the region about 30 or 40 of them are being converted. Right, there we go. Right, it's gonna add some time onto your journey, but we'll move out of the way. Right, head to Egoshima. Hacho, well, whatever the hell it's called. Can you? I know I didn't actually know about that one. Do tell, do tell. So that could be quite interesting, actually. Okay. Actually, it's not worth loading here at Tokyo. I need those supplies there. You're loading fuel. Okay, will do. Very, very short ranged, but that's fine. Right. I'm going to take the 7,432. Now let's say, for example, if I was to... I can't split this unit, can I? Or is it because they're packed? I think they're all packed, aren't they? So I can't actually tell here at the moment. Okay. Yeah, you're completely ready to go. What I'm gonna do is actually have these troops planned for a ball. I'll take the... Yes, I'll take the 61st Infantry Group. Actually, seems your order of battle isn't full. Doesn't appear like any of them are. Right, we'll take the 61st. I need to obviously figure out what command to have it assigned to then. Southeast Area Fleet Command. There's a lot of political points, but I think it'd be worthwhile. Ah. Can we not actually assign you to anything else? I don't think we can actually assign you to another commandment. That's a bloody shame. Right. Right, okay, so they're all restricted, aren't they? Only these forces are unrestricted. Okay, well, I suppose that makes things significantly easier then. Shame, but oh well. So I could take some additional artillery out there, which I think is a good idea. Mortars especially are very handy. But that aviation engineer, well, the actual reconnaissance do need to stay behind. You need to stay. Yep, you too. Oh no, are they full? I think they're full units actually. Are they? That looks to be full. Okay, take the 4th. Well, see, the thing is, if I put them like that, I mean, I could really do would have been an amphibious one. We'll load them anyway. We'll have them sent to KYJ or track and then prepared. I'll take the mortars. And there we go. We'll load the actual 36 Japanese Air Force. Yeah, the aviation engineers. Air Force engineers, basically. Verified load. Okay, we'll accept that. There we go. Now, I don't believe we're actually loading fuel here, so what we're going to do then is... we'll take the oilers. So this is Task Force 289. Yeah, it would be nice to do something like that. See, I'd love to take Noumea because I could actually take those resources and actually have them sent to, well, have them sent to Noumea, and then at least we could actually try to produce supply down in that area. That'd definitely help out this situation. Right, load fuel. Good. There we go. Tell them to plan for Rabaul. Then I think that'd be a pretty good force to actually have land there in the future. It'd be nice to actually have the engineers. That'd be handy. Let's have a drink of coffee. So what do you guys think so far then? What do you think we should do and why? Ah, bloody hell. Here I am thinking I had bloody coffee. Turns out it's just a glass of water. I'd completely forgotten. So that's some disappointment there, isn't it? Okay. So we'll be running bombs over here at track then, it seems. Yep, no torpedoes. You're still set up on ASW, so what we're going to do here then is reset that. I'll have your naval attack, but we'll run, obviously, I think we could probably go with 20%, sorry, 30% search at 6,000 feet. There we go, random. Okay. Now, Rabaul is within range. I'd be extremely interested to see what we have in that situation. Though, do we run naval attack or do we run naval search? We'll run naval attack because at the end of the day, I think it's, yeah. We need that security. You know what? I think just a few days and we strike at Fiji. Yeah, we'll see how the situation develops. I think at the end of the day, he could try to reinforce Nadi and Suva, but what is he really going to be able to afford here? And I'm very much looking forward to having next turn, where we'll be able to have Kitabutai move out if we wish them to. What we're going to do is take Kitagusa. I'm going to have you link back up with Nagato and Mutsu. Merge. You'll load your troops back up Nauru Island. We'll take Ocean Island this turn. Remain on station. I don't imagine we'll see troops here, but I really hope we don't. Okay. You link back up with the main body. So the Guam cover force. I assume that's the Guam cover force. Yes, it is. Right merge. Okay, you're still unloading, good. These bad boys are just so valuable to me, it's unreal. I think we'd obviously want to go at 8,000 feet though. Don't want to be too low, do we? We'll also drop down for our torpedo attack, but we want to be out of range of mostly AA. Which reminds me. What sort of altitude do I want to run for these guys? I feel I'll probably have to run 10,000 feet then for the naval attack. This would be a horizontal bomb. I mean, they're level bombers. I guess 10,000 feet then. But that's not going to be very accurate. Maybe, we'll go with 8,000 feet. I think that should be okay. Okay. Your current actual supply here. Oh, that's good news then. That's for 4 engine bombers. Actually, no. Float. Double check. I think the G3s are 2 engines? Yeah, 2 engines. So we still have our H6K4s over here. We need to look at there. Well. Fatigue, don't we? But they're actually pretty good here. I'm going to assign my additional... Well, I suppose just the one then. Might as well have the reserves actually sent out here, because this is where we need them. That's a lot of fatigue. Okay, I'm going to rest that squadron completely. Yeah, we really need the aviation support here. Where the... wow, okay. They might have accidentally been sent there. Yeah, fire engine bombers really, just because then... I mean, it's mainly to prevent like the Allies using B-17s in naval attack role, because they are monstrously effective. I really do want Baker. I really, really do. Right, what I'm going to do here then is... 30% rest. I want you to actually give me some reconnaissance over Baker. If I know what we're seeing here, then I can actually respond. Now... Do not unload. In fact... Unload. Because I could have Katori actually load up as a fast transport, and potentially some other ships, and we use a fast transport to take Baker. Obviously then they arrive much sooner, and with armor and weapons. We'd also have the advantage of float planes, and yeah, I mean 18 knots would be there a lot sooner, which is good. Now I'd also like to point out, thank you very much to Lupus for giving me the correct map mod, which actually does clean things up here, so we're not seeing obviously the lines, which is nice. Yeah, B-17s are really bloody dangerous. I need to take some of these troops from over here. Specifically, I'd like to take either, I'd probably say the 24th Regiment, or the 53rd Naval Guard. It's one of these, isn't it? I don't want to be there much longer. Yeah, Buenos Aires, Huzi, Maru, Montevideo. These are really quite important. They do have some good capacity there. Very, very handy. I think it's about time we rename them appropriately. They are no longer from this moment the Guam Cover Force, they are now the Fiji Cover Force. They are led by Rear Admiral Hirata Noboru. Hirata Noboru. Nagaton Mutsu. Now the question is... how do we do this? See, the thing is, I could potentially sally forth for these surface forces, and they would actually be sufficient to crush him here. It'd be a pitched battle, but the thing is, with Nagaton Mutsu, yeah. That is firepower he cannot deal with here. But I'm not going to do that. Kidabutai will be the one to destroy them. What's the fatigue here? 38. Bugger it, you know what? Fuck, there's only 2 of them available right now. Fuck. 2 of them are ready in a day, okay. We'll run... as of this turn, 100% search, considering the fact that I'm not going to have... I'm only going to have 2 planes, so I want 100% of them out there, so I want, like, yeah. Otherwise, I'm not going to get a real benefit out of it. Now, interestingly enough, we lost sight of the ships that were around here. I think we'll use these surface forces. I mean, they could actually be used to devastate the landers at Canton. Speaking of which, we do have our submarine actually still on course to Canton. I think what we're going to do here then... Canton's going to still be there. Northwest. So something like that way. I'd like to try and preempt it. Where are his carriers? Generally don't know. Still don't know where they are. I've got a feeling they're here in the Pacific because we've had little bits of evidence. The main bit being some days ago where we did see a report of supposedly a carrier spotted, but we haven't seen anything since. Right, actually what I'm going to tell you to do is patrol around Baker Island. Linger at Baker. You could burn fuel and be off the coast of Baker. I'm going to allow it. I do want submarines in this area. I think what we're going to do is actually use our submarines over here to hunt him. Though, let's see. We'll go for Canton. Mission speed. What I'm going to do here then, considering he's moving currently northwest, I'm actually going to head in this fashion to the north. I'd like to see if we could actually find him that way. Okay. Head for Palmyra. For the time being, I'm actually going to patrol around Johnston. The reason being, I don't know anything about Johnston. That does concern me, so we are going to patrol there. Simply for information. Okay, these 3 subs are going to patrol around... Actually, they don't have a huge amount of endurance. So patrol this area. Though, as of right now, I am somewhat lacking submarines in this area. I don't think he's actually going to leave Savai. We're going to patrol at Savai. I mean, if he's not actually ready, we could score some good hits here. So I think we'll patrol at Savai. Whereas I think he's going to move there. I really feel like he's going to do something like that. I think at least we might have a chance here to actually deal some damage to his heavy cruisers. That would be nice. Okay, so we're gonna recombine our forces. Yeah, I doubt that they're gonna struggle to reach it. I find that weird. Okay, you're gonna head back and unload. Nothing as of this moment. I think a bit the heavy cruisers that could currently run fast transport. But I think it's going to be the light cruisers that will be the ones to do it. I think that's going to be a major component of our strategy here in the future, is actually using fast transport. The reason being, we can transfer small units very quickly with sufficient firepower to defend them against small threats. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do here then is we'll run 30% combat air patrol. For the time being anyway. I think I'll run them at, so below 10,000 feet is 44, 10 to 15. We'll run them at 10,000 combat air patrol. Their main purpose here is actually to be defense of Kidobutai against, like, torpedo bombers or dive bombers. I mean, they're not going to do anything with Surge. At 100 feet, they're not going to spot anything, are they? Right, reset your arcs. So that's all the G3A1 valves. It's the B5N2K, it's going to be doing spotting, really. $8,000 feet, yeah, that'd be fine. Right, we'll run the A620s at 20,000 feet for the time being. 30-70, make sure they're rested. Then again, they're not doing anything, they're going to rest anyway. So no need. Yeah, brings it to a total of 132 fighters, 117 ready, 12 not ready, free reserve. We want them split up so that there is a guaranteed chance that they will send out actual Jakes, well, actual patrol craft. There's a lot of them, holy moly. Yeah, it's hard to say how many we have searching at night and in the day. Actually, to be honest, I will have these guys fly in the day. The reason being these are long range, so these are the guys who are obviously going to be doing the main bit there. I might have just the Pete's actually run night, because obviously... Yeah, we'll have them run night patrols only. I think the reason for that is because obviously they're quite short-ranged, aren't they? I mean, if there is the enemy nearby, we could change them to day patrols, but I think we want to be aware of what's going on around us at night. But the aircraft with longer ranges, we do obviously want to be, want out there. That makes sense. Home port is going to be... Well, I'm going to set home port as truck. Yeah, KYJ at the moment. Right, just return at the moment. What I'm going to do here is actually set them to patrol. But I'm not going to tell you to react. Basically, I want you to stay within port here. But should Tadawar come under actual attack from some kind of naval asset, I'd like to make sure that they could defend themselves and the port. Okay. Right, begin moving, then I want you to share that fuel. Oh, strange. There we go. In fact, take Isokazi and Hamakazi. Yeah. So I wish I could tell them to only refuel from each other. I'd be sure of that. But I'm going to have them move over there to track. I think having to... I mean, these two destroyers over here, what we could then do is actually have them remain at track and undergo some repairs. Considering we do have a repair dockyard, and the port is size 6. It's a big old port. It should be made size 7. Should be amazing. I could actually rearm everything there then. That'd be beautiful. Okay. So you're going to hit here. You're heading home. These guys are heading home. Yep, they're going to rejoin Task Force 6. We're sending somebody to actually interdict here. We do have some forces, the H6Ks over here. They're going to run reconnaissance over Baker Island. We'll have 2 of our Jakes over here run reconnaissance here at the time being. We are going to have our submarines run a closer blockade of Fiji, try and grab some of these ships. We are having 2 submarines actually head over here to survive, to actually try and hit his heavy cruisers. One is heading to Palmyra. One of them is heading to Pago. One is heading to Johnson Island to obviously run some reconnaissance. Now I need to run patrols around here. It looks as though he's actually, to some degree, lightening the possible assets he's divulged here. We will take advantage of that if we can. My god, you had such a good endurance. I'm still hoping that we'll one day pick something up here. A few days until they're ready. Might just run 80-20 and just see if we can actually pick him up. Yeah, he's on the rail line at the moment. He will soon have 4 CVs. Do you think that 4 CVs will be a serious threat to Kidabutai? Well, the thing is, we did lose a lot of zeros at Pearl, which I absolutely infinitely regret, but hey-ho. But would 4 carriers be a threat? I mean, any carrier is a threat. The thing is, we need to find a way to actually draw him away from his advantages and draw him towards our own advantages. Honestly, I think the situation here in the South Pacific does necessitate carriers for him. I don't think he can avoid it. I think he has to commit everything he can right now. Because if he doesn't lose in the South Pacific, I mean, if he loses at Fiji, the dominoes will fall and they will fall quickly. Once Fiji falls, Noumea will fall, Luganville will fall, Tulagi will fall, Rabaul will fall, Port Moresby will fall. All of these islands will fall. And that will absolutely isolate Australia. Because the thing is, if we were able to actually consolidate in this area by having naval bombers on these different islands as well as patrols, he'd find it extraordinarily difficult to pierce this defense. He'd be able to probably do it with sustained defensives. But the thing is, he's not going to have a huge amount of forces to actually achieve something like that in this time period. Not for a little while. So this is why it's so important that we strike him here. What's the status of Sazuya and Saigon? I think she's not far from being fully repaired, actually. Do have a destroyer over here, she definitely needs some repair. Have her stood down. Shipyard. There we go. Whoa, 61 days, Jesus. What does Kidabutai mean? Let's actually find out. Kidabutai was a mobile striking force. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, the first air fleet. There we go, we have Sazuya over here. She's currently under pier side. To be honest, I could move her. Oh, I can't move her. She's too big for the actual dock. But yeah, she's going to be ready for action again in about 5 days, give or take. Which is going to be great news. She's not doing too bad. I'd like to actually move Maya down to Saigon for repairs, but I'm going to hold on for the time being. Just because I don't want to see her damaged. Now, he's actually hitting my port over here, which is irritating. I don't seem to see anything over here. From reconnaissance haven, I need to figure out what he has in these bases, if anything. Yeah, I know, right? You are most welcome. Right. Yeah, they are. Okay, let's take a look at this. Hello there, Paul. How you doing, my friend? Actually. Patrol the mouth of Palembang. Will you finish this turn today? Well, I'd like to. That'd be nice. But you're still unloading a 20-second reconnaissance. The good news is we do have an additional 2 destroyers here, as well as additional patrol boats, sub-chasers, destroying minesweepers, which come in super handy, as well as some additional forces there. That's all I see. Don't need a huge amount. Interesting. Can I increase that? We do have plenty of supply here, so I'd like to actually increase that number if I can. Ah, that might be why. Never mind. That was my mistake. When do we plan to obliterate Singapore? Well, what we're going to do here is we're actually going to try and figure out how. Well, we're going to strike at Johor Bahru. We're going to hit the airfield again. What I need to do here is draw his air forces out again. We really do bloody need additional airfields. We need to actually start basing our army bombers actually in Malaya. That's what we need to do. Naval bombers are going to remain somewhere outside. Right, third. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But we're going to punish him for that. We're going to actually hit his airfields. It's one of these, isn't it? I want to do it. I'll hit Singapore when we do have sufficient bomber numbers. Okay. Well, the Allies are quite defensive in this period at the moment. I don't like that. I'll take us over. So, 190, 200. Actually, that's 200. That's all. That shouldn't actually take us over Singapore, so that's fine. You do have sufficient bombers, those Nels and Bettys can get the damage. Well, I suppose I'll phrase it better then. I want to actually have better coordination then. Which is why I want to really have my bombers in Kuala Lumpur. I'd rather not use the G3s, especially not the G4s. We have tried when it hasn't responded, but we can try it again. Right, what we're going to do here then is I'm going to not transfer them because I can't. But I'm going to transfer you to a low star. Well, not a huge amount of support. Right, Kotobaru. Like, can we handle another one here? Wow, they're suffering. Yeah, that would be why. Okay. We'll have them move. Yeah, they're not connected to the rail line here. I could actually have them move via the rail line all the way down here, actually. I'll have them move to Kotobaru, actually. The rest of the squadron will move in time over the rail line. Right. What we could do then is we could have the Ki-43-18 Oscars and the Yamada detachment, so the 59th and Yamada. What is the cruise speed? 207 miles per hour. 199 miles per hour. Okay, that's not too bad, actually. Right, what we're going to try and do then is we'll have these A672s run, sweep, as well as the Ki-43-18As. At Singapore. I think we run escort here. What do you guys think then? Do we attempt to hit the airfield at Singapore? At Kotobaru we have here now. 170 bombers in total, 156 ready to go. I could throw the G3M2s into this as well. So 156 from here. Tani, nothing. Singora, nothing. Nothing here at Low Star. It would be nice. What I'm considering here as well is... Let's take a look then. So obviously we do have Ryujo and Zuiho. Yeah, it would be nice. Let's see. So from here... 8 hexes, 7 hexes. It would be nice. It really would be nice. What I'm considering is actually, do we... Let's see. It's overburdened, but not terribly, terribly much. Need engineers here. Right, that explains a lot. Vehicles is what we need. Oh, you can actually be upgraded, couldn't you? 904 days. I think unless you actually said to recover. Hello there, Carl. How you doing, my friend? Okay, so I'm going to send these elements to your low star. Yeah, that's true. These guys down here. The others are going to actually head to Kotobru. I think the thing is I need to really build up Kotobru. I need vehicles. I think if we can actually turn this into a huge airfield, that'd be amazing. I need it. I'll have you remain here. What's our detection level of Singapore then? 3 out of 10, it's not very good. Right. We're going to up the amount of detection here at Singapore. Oh, I wish I had that. Definitely need those engineers. Okay. What I'm thinking here is, if we take a look over here then. So, Ryujo has the Tainan KUS. What I'm thinking here, due to the fact that these guys are carrier capable but not carrier trained, what I'm thinking is we actually transfer the Tainan KUS to Kotoburu. I could even transfer them to a low star. I just think anything that we can get here, and I really do want to make sure that we have some really good coordination. What? Yeah, sorry. Right. I do have G4s actually watching this area now. We can afford G3s. I do have 57 of them in the pool. I think this is going to come down to where the squadron's from Ryujo. So on board Zuiho we have Ryujo and Zuiho. This is what I'm thinking here actually. Can I resize them? Resize the fish ship. Hell yeah. Right. I'll go with 30. I do really want more zeros. Obviously, they're not set to take replacements anyway, but I'd like to make sure they could actually have that. Yeah, what we're going to do here is we are going to overburden... Well, then again, let's take a look at what we actually have here at Kotoburu then. In terms of aviation support, we have 388. So we have more aviation support than is actually required. The airfield has recently expanded. They could take another group. The stack level's a little bit high. But we can manage that. Okay. We're gonna go for it. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be hella scary. So your size 27 actually. Okay, give them their reserves. Actually. Oh, you're both here, actually. Okay. Well, that's what I mean. We'd have 80, like, around 80 zeros. That's a lot of zeros. A hell of a lot of zeros. And with them... So what I'm thinking here is we could have the, KI... Really depends on the actual cruise speed. If we take a look, so our cruise speed is about 236 miles per hour. What is that of the? What is it of the G3s? The G3s have a cruise speed of 173 miles per hour. It's a lot slower. Yeah. So I'm going to send them in separate bands because it would be difficult to actually try and coordinate the Ki-21s with the G3s. It's just not going to happen. They're just too slow, really, to really arrive at the same time. I mean, they could, but it's not ideal. Though... True, but the thing is, I'm gonna have the Zeros escort. The Ki-43 isn't the best aircraft, but at the end of the day, it's not going up against the best aircraft. So the thing is, I don't want to have a sweep where it might be wasted. So I'm happy... Like, I'll accept if there's going to be Ki-43 losses. I'm going to accept the fact that they might not actually be able to deal as much damage. But I do want to make sure my bombers are escorted by the best, because they are going to be the ones that are going to be more than likely opposed. I know it's a little bit... I understand the thinking here, but it's just I want to make sure that the maximum amount of them survive this. The AA is going to be brutal. I need to rebuild these, because we can actually combine some of them here, I think. Right, what we're going to do then is set them up for airfield attack. 10,000 feet. And to be honest, I am being very hesitant about this, but it's understandably a dangerous operation. Okay. Hmm. $11K altitude, okay. Then we'll have a G3s run at 12. Okay. Oh, right. That makes sense. Right, stand down. I hate sometimes that it just takes you to different bases and you don't even realise it's done that. Right, okay. Yeah. Right, 217. That's actually pretty good. That could actually run. Well, 9. What's that range? 11. It might be worth it just to run as many bombers as we can here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to take that risk. Let's take a look then. 388. Right. We're going to transfer the Tainan KUS. This is actually probably one of our best squadrons here. Transfer to Kota Baroon. Yeah, we'll take a look at that one. That's really overcapacity now. Okay, I don't think we can actually risk additional bombers here. But the thing is, we do have a shitload of fires. As a shitload. Okay. So what we're going to do then is we're going to have the Zeros from the north, as well as the KI-431As. And the KI-431Bs are going to sweep down here too. I might move... Yeah, what we're going to do is actually move the... let's take a look. What do we have here in terms of aviation support? 22. Yeah, this is it. I suppose the thing is I'm taking risks. Yeah. Okay, so we're not going to see huge numbers. We'll make do. Right, okay, so we'll not fly this time. Right, we'll just have to make do then. Wait one turn. Okay, we'll wait a turn then and make sure everything gets in place then. Suppose it might give them some time to actually plan here. Why does this keep fucking changing? Right, set all K21s here. Have them plan. But turn the range down to 0 so they obviously can't fly. Okay, so run 30% combat air patrol here. All A612 And then what we'll do is run... Yeah. We'll sweep it at Singapore then. There's a lot of aircraft. Hello there, Lander. How you doing, my friend? I guess there's the Ryujo. You're on board the Ryujo of the Zuiho. Right, you're on board Zuiho. So I'll have you transfer to Ryujo. There we go. Right. We need fuel ready now. Load fuel ASAP. Right, I suppose this will work out well because we'll have our reconnaissance actually fly over Singapore, build up our detection level, and then the good news is once we have a good amount of detection level, then we'll actually be able to ideally see better coordination and a more effective strike. How far away is Low Star? 11 hexes. So that might be just out of the range of the K-48. Right, looks like there's actually nothing here. 72% airfield damage, however. Okay, 537 men. We'll wait until they cross the river and then we'll land here at Kuantan. They could just too easily turn around at the moment. Okay, your elements are in China, really, and Manchuria. Right-o. We're actually going to recombine. The hell? Ah. Right, that makes sense. Reattach unit. There we go. Good few of them in maintenance. Yeah, heavy maintenance. Okay. So we'll have them transferred elsewhere. I'd say to Singora. We actually do have a good amount of aviation support there. It's going to take them some time to arrive, as obviously they'll be travelling down the rail lines. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not planning on flying them. I just want to move them for the time being. But, adding those pilots. Right, it looks like the rest of them are moving via rail. Yeah, one day. 2 pilots here. So 3 pilots needed. Sorry, 6 pilots needed. Okay, so I don't have a reconnaissance pilot. Fair enough. Right, we'll have to add them when we can. That squad is not doing bad. I suppose 7 kills ain't bad, is it really? Why are they running escort? Might be worth transferring them to a low start anyway. Though I would like the other aircraft to be ready. That's 3 days. We'll wait until it's ready and then... Well, obviously we'll transfer it over when it's ready. What I'd like to do is actually have them made ready at low star. Does mean I have some additional bombers in the area. We need to build up, really build up our air forces now. The carriers have really accomplished their job. The thing is, transferring them to Kota Baru, the actual Tainan squadron, is really what we wanted. Should have been doing that earlier, to be honest. Because then I can actually be less reliant in a certain way on the carriers. I don't have to have them nearby to ensure control of the air. But yeah, he's going to see a big change here. At least I'd like to think so. Okay. And then obviously, next turn we'll have detection level increased, we'll have everybody ideally coordinated. The G3s can run their current mission at the moment. One day until you arrive, that's good news. One day. 2 days until they're ready. Looks like a day until they arrive. Yeah. Then... I suppose this is it. We'll see what happens. But it's like, depending on how long we want to wait, it's like I could wait another turn and actually really like have another Squadron K-21 2As actually assigned to Malaya. And yeah, the thing is we'll be able to blot out the sky with the sheer amount of bombers that we'll be able to throw at him at Singapore. But that is going to be what is going to end the campaign at Malaya. Because once Singapore's shut down in terms of the airfield, I mean, if we do a good amount of damage in the first attack, which I'd hope we would, that will see the battle quickly run over and end. Right, I want supply here. Okay, how much supply do I have on board? It's shite all in terms of supply here, so I'm gonna have you head down to actually, let's see. Nanking. Yeah, we'll have you run to Nanking and you can actually load supply there. Right, if I have you move to Hangzhou, you have 202 salt value. What's the garrison requirement here? 160. Fucking fantastic. Right, ready the 22nd for movement. Now where to go? I think we are going to, and again, I could use them down here in the south. Yeah, we'll use them in the south. So I'm going to have you actually march to Shaoxing. Let's see, if I have you march all the way down here to Wenchao. But I think this will be good, another division actually set to help us in the south. Have you planned for Wenchao? There we go. I'm just thinking here, I have, like, better transports. Ah, I see it lowers their speed. I might have actually just put the same ones back in, to be fair. Oh well. $14,000 men here. We'll have them move in combat just in case. I don't want them to be caught unprepared. So another 2 days, but that's fine. Right, meet 4-9. I think that'd be the best way. Okay, so we finally unloaded over here, which is good news. These forces are currently set to rest here, which is obviously what we want. Have that fatigue and disruption disappear. Allow our additional forces to catch up. Right, don't bother sweeping. Just run combat air patrol. In just the immediate area. Eventually we'll have that armor ready. So I'm half tempted just to have the Naval Guard and Tank Regiment. I should just head here to Pari, and then at least we could actually unload all together, but we'll see what works out to be the best, really. Okay, so we're beginning to load fuel across the Empire. Closing in on the enemy. Right, I'd like to know what we see of Wu Chao. Ah, I see. What are the prospects for intercepting that landed force by Canton Island? Well, we have submarines heading towards Baker Isles, which is where I imagine he might be heading. We have a submarine heading to Canton Island as we speak now, just to see if we can disrupt the landings. One heading to Palmyra. We're going to be patrolling over here at Big Up eventually, but 2 submarines heading here to survive. The surface forces are actually heading back to Tarawa. I don't think he could actually send any sort of raid, but I do not want to allow him to consider it. Now, thankfully, I don't think he can actually base a force to stop me. Right, that's helping their ground bombing. You could actually move it outside of China. That's really good to know. I like that. I think what we need to do is we need to find additional naval bombers to actually send into Pacific. But I'm happier, much, much happier, now that truck has some bombers. Need some additional DDs there. Speaking of aircraft in China, where do you think those flying tigers, which almost hit your bombers, are based out of? That's a good question. I mean, yeah, that was a very, very lucky break there. Let's see. Definitely not Chushian. Actually, no. Chushian has 1. Wenchao has 3. Ganxian has 1. I think probably Wenchao. Probably. Okay, I'd like you to transfer down here to Canton, actually. The reason for that is I can actually reform them. Now go reattach units. Divide the unit. There we go. Much more reconnaissance available now. Okay. So we'll set them all to the same settings here. So 28% rest, rest surge. Okay, so I'd like to have information on Wuchao. Kukong. Kanxian. And I'd like to know what this force is actually, how strong it is. There we go. So we're actually running the, well, we're actually running a lot more reconnaissance now in the south, which is what we need. Right, that's good then. I think we've got a lot going on now. Half time to touch move these other forces to Takao, where there's actually aviation support. I'm going to do that. Right, let's move to Takao. We need to move these landing forces somewhere. But these guys definitely need to move to Takao. At least I can look after them. Move this air defense regiment over here to Takao. As well as the engineers. Yeah, sure. Okay, just, I'll do this slowly then, obviously take it down quite slow. I am missing supply in certain bases, as you're well aware, I'd imagine. So what's the plan in Eastern Pacific and Malaysia? Well, that's a good question. I mean, as far as it goes, the real bloody show is going to be at Fiji, in the South Pacific. That's where the entire showdown is going to take place. Elsewhere is something of an irrelevancy at the moment. But we'll have Ocean Island next turn. We'll have our float planes over here running, which is going to be nice. Kitabutai will probably set sail within the next few days. And I really do hope that he keeps committing. If he commits again, I'm going to be so bloody happy. Like, genuinely happy. If we can keep an eye on them, that'd be amazing. But, I need him to commit. The more he commits to the area, the spicier the curry will be. The spicier the sausage will be. This is like a chorizo. We need to really just put some pepper in that. Yeah, I need him to commit. The more he commits here, the better. We'll land over here in Borneo next turn. Malaya, we're actually gearing up for a colossal airfield attack over here at Singapore. It's going to take some time to knock out that airfield, but the thing is, once we knock it out, that's it. The jig's up, because I can effectively operate with, I mean, he's running aircraft over here as well. I'd love to shut that down too. But once we shut down Singapore's airfield, that is going to make the Malaya campaign vastly easier. Indeed. Okay. Gonna take some time to unload here. No issue. I mean, some of the engines are like over capacity because I bloody clicked the wrong buttons. Yeah, or too many times anyway. But yeah, it's kind of right. Looks like his forces at Xinjiang might even be moving. Interesting. Looks like it's trying to chase me down here. 44,000 troops. Yeah, true. Right, just move. Mm-hmm. Very, very true. Right, we do have a few vehicles over here, which is nice. But we are just continuously building up the fortifications at Hankow. Okay, so I can reduce the amount of supply required here. I'm going to have it set to 10,000. But I'd like to see more supply actually head to other bases such as like Gifu. There we go. At least that's something. Right then, ladies and gentlemen. Is there anything we've missed? I think we've got the vast majority of things under wraps here. Brisbane. It's going to take some time, but it'll be worthwhile. I'm also going to make some other changes to submarine deployment here in a moment. Right, we are going to patrol the Solomon Sea. I think at the end of the day, it's really in our best interest to patrol this area. The thing is, if I can help ensure security of truck and the Marshall Islands from this flank, I'd feel significantly better. Try and cordon off Rabaul. I'm sure you folks will agree as well. This is probably for the best. I'd say another one here, probably. See you later there, Paul. Don't worry, man, I'll be wrapping this up in just a few moments, really. I think we've got everything we can do here. He's definitely interested in Tarawa. We'll expand the port as much as possible. Well, the airfield, sorry. That's what I meant. Right, Hayamoto. Will Hayamoto be ready to go soon enough? Okay. One more day, then I'll have another 4 Jakes. What I'm going to do then with those Jakes is actually have them probably transferred out here somewhere. That'll do. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to pick up some of these engineers. Actually, I really can't, can I? There's not a lot really that's worthwhile. Damage caused by a collision. Are you kidding me? I'm going to tell them to actually stay north and then head down. The reason being I do not want to be picked up. Ah, man, I bet that sucks. Okay, I'm actually going to have you head to Brisbane, I think. Yeah, Brisbane. Actually, we do see an icon here, so we might have... So 1 out of 1 detection, I think that comes from the radar then. Sorry, the signal intelligence. I mean, we know something's going on out here too. It's going to be a very interesting turn. It's going to be a very, very interesting turn. I think he's going to try and reinforce Cheng Chao. But the thing is, we are going to just outdo him. By the fact of marching to the south to Kaifeng and then around, and then back to the north to Cheng Chao. He's not going to be able to stop that. He'll probably try by attacking us here, but that'll just make it easier. Right, 41st Division. Where are you heading? There's a whole lot of power here. Okay, have you loaded up strategically? No destination sign. Have them sent to Kaifeng. When it says level bomber, I think that's probably the Catalina. I was about to say they have 0 fatigue, but then again, none of them are flying anyway. Right, just rest here. An additional one will be online in a day. Might be worth it to keep it awake, but I need aviation support. Now, I might be a cautious man, but I feel he might even head this way. I don't know. There's a possibility. So what we're going to do is actually try and avoid that. We'll see how he performs. We're going to have him move in a wide berth. I will look forward to finding out what he has at Baker. That'd be great. Right. Well, there's not much going on. Actually, increase the amount of search to 50%. So half the squadron will be out searching. I think that might be quite good because we need information around this area. Okay. Showing around Rabal at the moment. Show just around Batavia. Could always pick something up over here if we're lucky. Okay. To be honest, what I'm going to do is actually have these submarines move into the Dutch East Indies, into the Java Sea. I think at the end of the day, if I patrol around here, because I have aircraft to do this around here, and I have a lot of surface assets, so yeah, we're going to patrol around here. I think that's going to be for the best. Another one over here to Palembang. But I'm going to move the rest into the Java Sea. I think at least this way we can actually prevent additional forces coming up here. Also even escape, maybe. But I need to try and prevent him from moving troops around, assets around. I might just settle for 3 submarines off the coast here. Right, you actually have some pretty good... Yeah, just 2 submarines will be fine. But I need to patrol around this area. I really do want to try and prevent him from moving. Because he's doing that to us. We need to actually impair his ability to move. There we go. They're really good ships. Really freaking good ships. Like, these are actually converted to transports. These are freaking amazing. Well, if it had cargo space allocated. Right. Can't move anything here. Oh, that's awesome, man, Pen. That's really awesome, my dude. Yeah, I think, to be honest, I really do like the different approaches that we have. Like, for example, I stream the living hell out of this. Because this is it's just the way I am. I do not mind ridiculously long streams. I enjoy it, to be honest. I love the interaction. I love coming up with plans as we go, and really just having absolutely everything, just from start to finish, seen by everybody. Just trying to really make sure everybody can see what I'm doing, and how I'm learning. I think the thing is, when it comes to One Pacific, it's like, it's okay understanding what to do, but I think when you really understand the game and really know the game, I think it's like you understand why you do it. Think about Shallow Water, still your subs are easier targets. Yeah, what we'll do is, I mean, the issue is that this is all Shallow Ocean until you get down this way, so it's not something we can really do much about, unfortunately. So what we'll do then is we'll check on the weather, and then I think we'll call it a turn there. I don't think there's too much else I can do. Let's see. Where the hell? Oh, is that in Japan? Yeah. Need just naval bombers. Really, really do. Yep. Asada, Kurosawa, and Yokohama still on their way to becoming aces here. So we produced 2 zeros last turn. Apparently 4 Oscars last turn. I freaking wish. I really hope that stays up there. Right, so we do have 6 KI-21 and 2A Sallys in the pool. Yeah, I don't produce many G4s, so we do need to look after them. I mean, production's still stepping up, so that's nice. Yeah, the good news is once we actually have completed all the expansion, that is gonna reduce the amount of supply consumption, which is good. Obviously from the repairs. Yeah, potentially so. Potentially so. I think next turn then we'll see what the situation is like, but I think we will be going for a big strike. I mean, there's going to be a lot going on next turn. Depending on what happens here. If this force continues north, because I'm really interested to see where they're heading. I mean, are they heading to Baker Island? I mean, I wonder, why are they heading there? Also, something to consider is lack of progress. Notice they didn't move very far, did they? Now, I do wonder, because we were aware of 3 or 4 heavy cruisers and a destroyer. There's one more ship. Maybe the last ship is actually a transport. Because they didn't move too far, did they? And I wonder if they're actually heading to Baker Island. I wonder, maybe are they going to consider, is he going to go ahead and consider reinforcing Baker Island? Interesting. Because that would make sense as to why he's out here. Because, well, why else would he be here? I mean, is he headed to Tarawa? No. Not that I can reason. Perhaps they were escorts for his invasion forces at Canton, which would make sense. But he's still heading north. Why would he still head north? I think he's going to land some forces at Baker, or he's going to take something from Baker. There's something here. There's a reason here. Have you started sending those powers towards Rangoon as you planned? Not yet, but actually I'll get that ready now. Yeah, I'll get that ready and then it's done, and then I'm not going to be lazy, am I? So I'll have a Yokosuka actually head over to Takao, and then they can actually load up. So we'll have them all do that then. In fairness, I might just have them march. It's quicker, to be fair. We'll have them march. Ah, bugger, it doesn't matter if it takes you 2 days. Ooh. There's a lot of fatigue out of nowhere. Jeez. So they're individual units then. Okay. Can you do anything in airframe production to improve the durability of G4Ms? Nope. You can only eventually achieve better models that are more durable. Kwantan? Well, not yet. Right, tell these forces to hang on. They've done such a good job. I mean, experience and morale is pretty damn good. Yeah. I mean, we could go for Kwantan, but I'm going to see how the situation develops at the moment. I'd like to see if this continues moving, because I don't want them just to turn around and crush me at Kwantan. I do need to actually be able to make a use of it. The airfield's 72% damage, so it's not exactly great right now. You're still set to escort, so sweep. Right, we are going to sweep the hell out of Singapore. Ideally they fly, if not, that's fine. See, the thing is, I do have a couple zeros in the pool. What I'm going to do is, because Kitabutai isn't going to take on any additional zeros right now, but what I might do is actually have I need to really take control of the pool and really make sure I know where things are heading. Can't really afford to not. Right. Okay. I think we'll leave it about there. I think that's the most I can do this turn. I think it's going to be a very interesting turn. This submarine needs to be moved. Yeah. Return to track. I think you're out of fuel. Yeah, that's fine. You just have to make it there. Right, return the midget subs to the pool. Another question I must have missed. Why not taking the now easy to conquer Rabaul? Yeah. Well, basically, we can do one or we can do the other. But it really comes down to this area. If I start splitting my attention now, we're not going to succeed in one or the other. So what we're going to do here then is we're going to concentrate on the Fiji area. Once the Fiji area is pacified, we do have other forces that will be made ready. For example, we do have forces being loaded up in Japan now in Tokyo. We have the 144th Regiment, which is heading towards Kawaja. So what we're going to do is we are going to focus our attention here in this area. Once this area has been won and the matter settled, we'll then hit Rabaul and Port Moresby and Noumea, as well as these other islands. So we will hit this area, but this comes first. I'm not a big fan of being here too long, actually. Right, what we're going to do then is stand off, actually. So about there. Hello there, Swordfish, how you doing, my man? Not too much, we're just about to finish off the turn, to be fair. There we go. Just have something like security here in this area, just in case. I don't think there's any actual worries. Okay. Set the G3s to do the same here. There we go. So we're again increasing the amount of patrol here, which is what we need. Patrol in this area, patrol in this area. Possibly that. Okay, there we go. Any idea towards the Aleutian Islands? Well, what we'll do is, when we do have forces available, i.e. forces that can be, actually, what do I have here? Whoa. There's a lot of search planes. Yeah. What we're going to do here is when we do have forces ready, we'll move towards the Aleutian Islands. But it's more of a secondary concern at the moment. I'd probably take some forces that are scattered around here. Or even some reinforcements. I think reinforcements, to be honest. But I think we're about done there. So, thank you so very much there, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I do hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed this just as much as I have. And, yeah, we'll be interested to see when the new turn is out and how it's going to actually turn out. It's going to be a very interesting question to see really how THG responds. But until next time, goodbye for now, ladies and gentlemen. Please do consider supporting myself on the channel. It does make a big difference. You can do this through Patreon. But until next time, good night, guys. See you in the next time.